We live in a country that's approaching 50% African American, Asian, and Hispanic. Among African Americans, I'm told, and I hardly believe this, that there are now more young men in jail than in college. Among Hispanics, the college participation rate is lowest among all major demographic groups at only 38%. And the rate of improvement was less even than that for African Americans. We have a true crisis in educational attainment. And the country simply can't afford this level of disinvestment in its future productive capacity. It is literally not acceptable for the country, not because it's the right thing to do, not because it's the moral and ethical and fair thing to do, but because it's an economic imperative. If the brightest children in these communities, if the brightest kids in the South Bronx or Brooklyn or wherever we might all be, can't find a path to success, if they can't make it out, what does that communicate to their peers, to their communities? If our country can't take advantage of the immense potential embedded in these truly gifted children, what's our hope for the future? Who is going to run the place, as I always tell my sons? Few of you know this, but I spent the summer of 1981, which I guess is now 27 years ago, much to my disappointment, working at Prep for Prep. It was the summer before I started at Harvard. You heard that I started at Harvard in 1981. I saw these incredibly brilliant, hardworking, and respectful children. The normal kid was spectacular. And they would look at me and they'd say, you come from a place that's as bad or worse, much worse in some cases, than the place I come from. Yet soon you start at Harvard. And they would implicitly ask, is that possible for me? And I think, that's in a way a magical question. Is it possible for me to go to such a great institution? They were asking. These children who are among the best minds we have, who represent the capacity for leadership of this country, these children who have the potential to shape our country. And this isn't a theoretical idea. One of these children is Barack Obama. He literally wouldn't have gone to college had it not been for scholarships, for being found, for a mother who fought. That's an amazing thing. That's what Prep for Prep does. It creates people like him. Your collective effort has taken an idea that kids with unlimited capability shouldn't be held back by the limits imposed on them because of where they were born or where they live, from a few children here to a national movement with many thousands of children. And we saw all these really important people up on the screen, and you're going to hear from all these important Cory Booker and Deval Patrick, all these wonderful speakers and important people. But in the end today, it's all of you who have the most to be proud of. Because these people, me, Deval, and Anthony, we don't exist. We literally, physically don't exist in the jobs we have, in the places we live in, with the children we have, if it wasn't for people like you, who are fighting to give us those opportunities.